Hey guys, I'm Lisa Hastings, and I wanted to share with you my why I became a Beachbody coach, what my story is, and why I need this business to work for me. So, a little bit of background before I get into everything. Um, I was never somebody that worked out, 5, 6 days a week or drank a shake or anything like that. So I don't want you to think that I was somebody that was like that and that it was easy for me to just roll over into a fitness business. I was a 2 week on, 2 week off, 3 week on, 3 week off, whatever it was, fitness person. I would work out 2 to 3 days a week and eat healthy or make healthier options during that time as well. But when I was off, I was off. I just ate whatever I wanted to eat and I didn't work out. But I was somebody that was glued to the scale. I don't know if you would call it a disease, but I literally was glued to the scale. I would wake up, weigh myself every single morning, and I had a number in my head. And if I went over that number or saw that number creeping up to my max number, that's when I would pull back and start working out 2 to 3 days a week and eating healthier, making healthier options. So I don't want you to think that like I started this because it would just, fitness came easy to me. It didn't. Or eating healthy didn't come easy to me either. So basically, I came across Beachbody about a year after my son was born. My son had undiagnosed food allergies for an entire year, and I was basically like a zombie. I didn't take care of myself. My main focus was on my son and what he was going through. And I basically was like crying almost every day because he was in a ton of pain, and I would always take him to the doctor, and of course he's like this happy baby at the doctor, but I was basically like this crazy first-time mom that thinks there's something wrong with her son, and there's like nothing wrong. But anyway, so at the year mark, we found out that he has severe food allergies, and that was like a very hard thing for me to hear because I knew that there was something wrong with him. But I was basically made out to be this crazy first-time mom. There's nothing wrong with your son. Go home. So it was a lot of crying, a lot of beating myself up. And I basically spent that entire year not taking care of myself and taking care of my son. And I like lost myself, I guess you could say, a little bit along the way. Because I didn't really know who I was anymore. So I came across Beachbody because this girl, this Facebook mom friend that, when you have to be added to a group, you have to like friend the person. So I had a lot of those people that I had kind of created either like little tiny relationships with that I had met in mom groups over the course of the year. And, she was one of them. And I was so down and so in a rut, just really depressed. And I don't know, maybe I gave up. I don't know. But I was just really down. And I almost deleted about 100 people on Facebook because I couldn't. And she was going to be one of them because I didn't know her in person, and I couldn't stand seeing all these happy people with their smiling faces and their smiling kids and everything so happy and go lucky. So, but thankfully I didn't. Like I said, it was about a week, and then I saw her make this post. I had no idea that she was a Beachbody coach or anything like that the entire time that we were friends, because I think she had like literally just signed up. And when she had like made this post, or around the time she had made this post, so she was posting about this program. It's called PiYo, and it's a combination of, or inspired by, Pilates and yoga. And when I read her post, I was like, wow, this is like right up my alley. This is exactly what I need. I had tried my go-to fitness program and it was just way too much. It was like there was way too much impact, and my body couldn't handle it because I had no energy. I was so fatigued. I was just done. So when she posted about this PiYo, this low impact, minimal jumping kind of program, I was all over it because, my mind was all over it because I was like, this is exactly what I need. And she's, mentioned this support group and this accountability group. And let me just tell you how desperate I was, that I wanted to be all in, and I was all over that group, and I knew not a single person. And I am not the type of person that does that. I'm the type of person that I need a buddy, and I need somebody that I know. And I didn't know anybody, and I wasn't going to be with anybody in person, and I didn't know a single soul in this group, and I didn't know this girl personally at all. I just, like I said, I knew her through Facebook, and through a Facebook mom group. And, she seemed really nice. And, I reached out to her, and that's kind of like shows you how desperate I was, because I would never, ever, ever, ever let anybody know that I was interested in anything ever. But, I reached out to her, and, we started chatting, and this program, wasn't released yet. So it was just all preliminary, just to, gauge interest. And I was all over it. I remember the day that it was being released, I knew the date and the time, and I literally was driving my car, and I pulled over to make this order, and everyone's making the order at the same time because the program was just being released, and I'm like literally so frustrated, and I think I placed the order like 3 times, not knowing if it went through, but that's how desperate I was, and that's how much I saw this is something that I need to be a part of. And so I didn't actually start off with Shakeology at first. I just bought the program, and about 2 weeks into the program of doing the workouts every single day, I was lacking so much energy still, and I needed something to get me through the day. And I saw everyone drinking Shakeology, and I said, you know what, I looked into the ingredients, and there was, there's no crap in it. And that was like my number one thing is I don't want to put anything into my body that has crap in it. And I drank the vegan, I think I had ordered vegan chocolate or vegan strawberry, I forget. And there was nothing in it that was harmful. It was all superfoods, and it was just right up my alley and exactly what I needed. So, about a month into drinking Shakeology, I realized that I was no longer addicted to food. I had a huge food addiction. I was literally somebody that woke up every single day, stomach growling, starving, feed me breakfast. And I would graze all day and go to bed eating something. Like I would literally grab something on my way up to go to bed. And I realized I wasn't doing that. And it took a full month for me to mentally realize, wow, I don't eat anything after dinner. I was literally eating dinner, and then that was it. And I had breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and that was it. I had 3 big meals and 2 little meals per day. And that was huge for me because like I said, I had this crazy food addiction. I was somebody that legit would just go food shopping just because I was hungry when I didn't really need food. So anyway, so I after I realized how much Shakeology was helping me, I saw Taryn's post. Taryn's my coach. I saw her post about coaching and about that you could get this discount on Shakeology, and I was like, wow, I definitely need the discount because there's no way I'm paying for this. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and how could I, put this into our budget? You know what I mean? I wasn't bringing in any money to help with our finances, and then I'm going to go spend money on this, even though it was making me feel amazing. I just had this huge guilt. So I looked into the coaching opportunity, and for 2 reasons. Number 1, the discount, and number 2, I looked into it because I was absolutely loving the fitness accountability and how I was feeling. I was seeing those physical changes, and yes, that was huge for me. That was huge. I was fitting into things. I had a ton of energy. That was my huge thing. I had all this energy. I was able to do all these things with enthusiasm and not just be like, all right, let's go. I'm tired. you know. So I was seeing all these like changes within me, and I wanted this in my life. And so that was the other reason I looked into coaching. And I knew I listened, I watched all the videos, and I just kept thinking there has to be a catch. There has to be something that like is going to be like, no, the red, raise a red flag. And there was nothing. I didn't feel that at all with this company. And I still don't feel that to this day, 2 years later. And so I signed up like right away. I was really excited. I knew that if I just wanted to sit back and enjoy the 25% discount, I could. But I gave it a little bit of a shot. I tried it in the beginning just to see, if I could actually do this. I really highly doubted myself with this business. I'm very private. I didn't post anything on Facebook. But I had reached out to some of my family to see if they would be interested in joining. I had made a post on Facebook saying, like, this is what I was doing, and I got some interest. And what made me realize that this was an amazing opportunity was when my first customer is my sister, and she was having trouble losing weight from her third child. And it was, years, and she was struggling, and she was doing everything that she could, and she bought the 21-day fix, and she did it with me, and she lost over 20 pounds in that 21 days, and that right there was just, that was amazing. I mean, to watch that happen, and to know that happened because I signed up, that was huge, right? I mean, for somebody to make those changes because you signed up to be a coach when they probably wouldn't have done that or made those changes because if you didn't sign up. So that's kind of when like reality hit for me when I saw that it was actually happening for other people. Like I knew it was happening, it was helping me, and I knew it helped people in my support and accountability group, but could it help others? And when I saw it happen for my sister, I just knew that I needed to be involved in this, and I needed to pursue this. And so I still feel that way 2 years later. I've met some amazing people along the way. And I have this beautiful team that I absolutely love. I absolutely love every single one of them. They are all pure of heart, and they're in this for the right reasons. And my ultimate why, my why for pushing through the hard times of this business is my family. My kids, I have a son, he's 3, and I have one on the way, and I want to be home with them. I can't imagine having to have left him to go to like a 9-to-5 job that I would probably have hated because I was not with my son, especially while he was going through all the issues that he was having that first year, and just missing all of those moments. All those firsts that he was going through, I couldn't even imagine missing. And I wanted to be that one that was raising him. I didn't want anybody else to be raising him. So, and I feel that way with number 2. So, and I was being a better mom, and a better wife. I just had more energy and more enthusiasm, and I just felt so much better about myself, and I felt like I could give more of myself to the ones that I love. And so my why is to be able to support my family, be there for them in person, and give them everything that they need, and to be able to help financially, quitting my job, to be home with my kids, that was something that I always wanted to do. It was, and I knew I had to make a lot of sacrifices in order to do that. But to be able to stay home with my kids and have that dream come true while still being able to help with our finances is honestly, to me, it's the best of both worlds. So that's my story. It's a little... Whoopsie, sorry. It's a little longer than I thought. Sorry. If you're actually still watching this, thank you. So anyway, so I'm going to stop rambling. So I hope you guys enjoy the sneak peek,